3 foods that might help prevent leg cramps in seniors, offering a small hope for muscles that are growing weaker, more vulnerable with each passing year. Leg cramps coming in the dead of night, robbing you of rest, or the steady creeping stiffness that makes getting up and about more difficult than it used to be. These have become unwelcome companions for many. There's comfort in knowing that certain foods can offer some relief, gently easing muscles, helping blood flow, and perhaps making the next cramp less likely. In this video, we'll talk through 3 foods that may gently strengthen aging muscles, offering at least a little protection, maybe even a touch more mobility where once there was only decline. Before we begin, if anyone's still listening, you could say hello in the comments, though some silences are louder than others. And yes, there's a subscribe button if you want another reminder or two about staying healthy. Let's talk eggs. Of all the foods that support tired muscles, eggs have always been something dependable, packed with vitamins and minerals that aging bodies crave. Why do they matter? Because in older adults, muscles tire out sooner, and tiny nightly injuries add up. The years sneak up, bringing sarcopenia, the slow loss of muscle that makes legs hurt, and evenings lonely with cramps. Eggs contain all the amino acids your body stops making on its own, and a single one brings in 6 grams of protein, helping to patch up weary muscle, making cramps a little rarer, a little less fierce, at least for a while. Adding eggs to your diet can help promote muscle strength and stamina, which may lower the risk of muscle cramps. The vitamin D found in eggs helps the body absorb calcium and is key for effective muscle contraction. If you don't get enough vitamin D, you might notice increased muscle weakness, cramps, or persistent aches. Studies indicate that seniors lacking vitamin D often experience more frequent and severe leg cramps. Egg yolks are a natural source of vitamin D and can play a role in maintaining strong bones and muscles. Although sunlight is the primary source for vitamin D production, many older adults spend less time outside, so getting vitamin D from food becomes more important. Eating eggs could help seniors keep their vitamin D at a healthy level and potentially reduce the risk of cramps. However, eggs alone typically don't provide enough vitamin D. One egg contains close to 40 IU, while older adults should aim for 800 to 1000 IU daily. To increase intake, eggs can be paired with vitamin D-fortified foods like milk or yogurt, or with oily fish like salmon or sardines. Supplementation and safe sun exposure are also options for keeping vitamin D levels up. A combination of sources gives the best support for muscle and bone health, which may decrease the frequency of cramps. Additionally, vitamin B12, another nutrient in eggs, supports nerve health, and low B12 levels can cause nerve disturbances such as cramps, tingling, or spasms. Eggs quietly support nerve function by supplying B12 and choline, both of which have essential roles in maintaining the delicate insulation around nerves and in helping signals pass smoothly from nerves to muscles. When these nutrients are missing, the result can be a breaking down of the very things that keep movement steady, turning daily tasks into frustration. Muscle cramps, especially at night, can become more frequent and stubborn, particularly for those living with diabetes or for seniors whose bodies don't absorb B12 as well as they once did. Growing older brings a greater risk of B12 deficiency. The body slowly loses some of its ability to draw B12 from food, and medications for other health issues, like metformin or antacids, only make this shortfall worse. With less B12, nerve signals begin to slip, muscles cramp without warning, and sensations of numbness or burning sometimes replace what used to be simple comfort. Eggs offer some comfort here. They're easy to prepare and gentle on the stomach, often tolerated when heavier proteins aren't. They may not be a perfect solution, but their regular presence in meals can help slow the creeping impact of deficiency, offering at least some protection against symptoms that can steal away ease and independence. In comparison to red meat, eggs are lighter and digest more easily for older adults, providing not only B12 but also a range of nutrients that the body might quietly be missing. For vegetarians who include dairy products but avoid meat, eggs are an excellent way to help maintain adequate B12 levels. When it comes to seniors and muscle health, the question often arises: how many eggs per week are appropriate to support muscles without raising cholesterol issues? Studies have now shown that having about 6 to 7 eggs weekly is generally safe for healthy older adults and doesn't normally raise cholesterol to concerning levels. Those dealing with high cholesterol or heart problems should talk to their doctor, though switching from processed meats to eggs is often a healthier option for the heart. Can eggs help with leg cramps at night in older adults? They can, since nighttime cramps often come from poor muscle recovery, nerve problems, or imbalances in electrolytes. Eggs supply high-quality protein for repairing muscles, B12 for nerve health, as well as vitamin D and calcium, all of which play roles in proper muscle function. Adding eggs to breakfast or dinner can help ensure these nutrients are available overnight, which may cut down on bothersome leg cramps. Individual needs do vary. Seniors with kidney disease may have to watch their protein intake, so checking in with a healthcare provider is wise. Those concerned about cholesterol can use egg whites. Diabetics are better off pairing eggs with whole grains or vegetables to help manage blood sugar. For most seniors, though, eggs are a valuable addition to the diet for supporting muscle strength, nerves, and general well-being. Older adults hoping to find some relief from muscle cramps can quietly improve their odds with a few dietary changes, a small comfort in routines that often feel increasingly limited, including eggs in meals most days of the week, and serving them alongside greens, dairy, and nuts, offers a bit of insurance as time takes its complicated toll. Staying hydrated and keeping electrolytes in balance can help too, though even these efforts start to feel like a daily battle against the body's decline. Eggs are simple and familiar, but still, they stand out as one of the modest tools to ease cramping, if only for a moment. Bananas, with their store of potassium, are another quiet remedy. Potassium quietly supports muscles, nerves, and the equilibrium of fluids. But when it slips too low, weakness sets in, the muscles spasm, the nerves struggle to send the right messages. A single banana, holding around 420 mg of potassium, is a small defense. 1 or 2 a day, and maybe the cramps will fade a little, at least for now. Low potassium turns muscle function disorderly and overwrought. Signals falter and stiffness creeps in, a reminder that sometimes even simple needs go unmet as the body ages. To answer your question, when potassium levels drop, muscles become highly sensitive and will cramp more easily. The electrical exchanges between nerves and muscles get interrupted, and the cells struggle with keeping fluids balanced, making every movement more difficult. Lurking beneath the surface of aging, potassium deficiency waits like a patient predator. When potassium slips away from the body, muscles turn restless and unpredictable, a breeding ground for relentless cramping and sudden spasms that seize legs in the dead of night. The nerves flicker with broken messages, sending the body into involuntary contortions. Fluid balance falters at the cellular level, leaving muscles stiff and unyielding. For seniors, the threat is even closer: decreased appetite, lingering medication side effects, relentless dehydration, and silent sweating make potassium slip away more easily. Diuretics whisper their side effects, draining the body further, inch by inch. In these shadows, a banana becomes more than just fruit. It's a slim line of defense. Bananas offer a glimmer of hope, their potassium content helping to reclaim control over the body's treacherous muscles. But that isn't the whole story. Magnesium, hidden in bananas and other foods, quietly supports nerve stability and muscle calm. Without it, muscles grow agitated, tightness sets in like a vise, and sudden cramps are always waiting to strike. Each banana brings a small dose, 32 mg, to the war against muscle spasms and the rigidity haunting seniors, especially those already starved for magnesium. Nighttime, when the world goes still, is when the cramps are most merciless. Nocturnal leg cramps, creeping from the darkness, are often the result of unbalanced electrolytes and poor circulation, compounded by dehydration. Bananas, mercifully, offer not just potassium and magnesium but also hydration, a twisted, sweet defense against the torment of nighttime spasms. As for vitamin B6 in bananas, it works behind the scenes, converting food into fuel and supporting the synthesis of neurotransmitters vital for communication between nerves and muscles. B6 helps repair nerve fibers, supports the nervous system's stability, and aids in the creation of hemoglobin, which delivers oxygen to muscle tissues, assisting in recovery and function. This combination creates a subtle barrier against the constant threat of muscle breakdown and nerve misfires, offering a slim hope against a rising tide of discomfort. Hides beneath the cheerful yellow peel of every banana, integral but quietly sinister in its power over the nervous system. It acts deep within, manipulating neurotransmitters that dictate involuntary muscle movements, softening the sting of inflammation, and influencing how muscles mend after exertion. Each banana conceals about 0.4 mg of vitamin B6, almost a third of what aging bodies require daily, If this hidden element slips too low in the body, unsettling things can happen. The nerves falter, leading to late-night spasms and relentless cramps. Muscles ache with unrelenting stiffness, and fatigue creeps in, sapping strength. One study in 2018 exposed that seniors who skirt vitamin B6 fall prey to more intense and frequent leg cramps, as if the body punishes them for this deficiency. Bananas serve as a shield for the unwary. Their B6 content works with potassium and magnesium, weaving together a fragile defense against the terrifying grip of cramping muscles caused by disturbed electrolytes. Bite into a banana, and you consume more than sugar and water. You sip from nature's remedy against muscular torment and imbalance. Still, the shield falters if you forsake water, as dehydration intensifies the menace of cramps. Bananas and water must be allies. Both are needed to keep muscles silent and under control. Seniors typically do best with one average banana a day, a nightmarish paradox that something so innocent could keep the darkness of muscle cramps at bay. Pair each banana with water or coconut water to reinforce your defenses. Keep your hydration steady and your nutrients in balance. Only then can you hope to outrun the lingering threat of cramps haunting you in the night. How much of a banana is enough depends on the person, but usually one a day offers most of the potassium and magnesium needed to protect fragile muscles. For those who deal with the lingering discomfort of muscle cramps, 2 bananas might bring some relief. Yet, the sugar in bananas can be a problem, especially for older adults with diabetes, so eating them alongside fiber-rich foods like nuts or whole grains is safer, though it's another rule to remember in a life already filled with caution. Seniors experiencing persistent cramps can grasp for comfort by having a banana each day, drinking more water, and attempting a balanced diet, small measures that can help ease muscle pain, at least a bit. Foods rich in potassium and magnesium, bananas, leafy greens, carry their hopeful reputation for preventing cramps. But even these strategies are not foolproof. Sometimes pain pierces through anyway. Nuts and seeds, despite their promise of magnesium, potassium, protein, and healthy fats, are just one more bulwark against discomfort. Still, their nutrients do help muscles relax and keep electrolytes balanced. Sometimes that's all that stands between a restless night and a little relief. Exploring how different nuts, almonds, pumpkin seeds, cashews can keep aging muscles strong and less prone to cramping feels almost hopeful. Yet, for many seniors, it's a constant struggle not getting quite enough magnesium, always moving just a bit closer to another cold, sudden leg cramp in the dark. Nuts and seeds might help, but for some, even the best sources of magnesium fall short. Here's the information adjusted with a somber undertone per ounce. Pumpkin seeds offer 168 mg of magnesium, about 40% of what's needed daily. Almonds give 77 mg, and cashews just 74 mg, amounting to 1/5 of a day's needs. A small portion of nuts each day can, in theory, help restore depleted magnesium and offer a faint hope for soothing tired muscles. Bananas often get the credit for potassium, but many seeds and nuts quietly hold their own. Pistachios have 290 mg, almonds 200 mg, cashews 160 mg of potassium in that same single ounce. Yet, with every drop of sweat, essential electrolytes like magnesium and potassium slip away, sometimes leaving muscles prone to aches that linger longer than they should. Nuts and seeds are often mentioned for their rich mix of magnesium and potassium, along with healthy fats to calm inflammation and some protein for muscle repair. For older adults, cramps after even modest exertion can be painfully common. Eating a handful of nuts or adding seeds to meals sometimes offers modest relief, as these foods try to return lost minerals to bodies that need them. The healthy fats found in nuts may support blood flow, striving to carry enough oxygen and nutrients so muscles have a chance to recover. Omega-3s, notably from walnuts and flax seeds, aim to lessen inflammation, while monounsaturated fats in almonds and cashews help keep circulation moving in hopes of reducing uninvited cramps. Still, poor circulation can often bring about painful leg cramps, especially late at night when sleep is easily broken. Regularly eating nuts might improve blood flow and reduce cramps, though for many the relief is incomplete. A small comfort against the backdrop of aging muscles. To answer your question, consuming nuts and seeds can help lower inflammation and might ease muscle fatigue and cramping thanks to their mix of minerals and healthy fats. But the relief they offer can sometimes feel slight when weighed against the persistent discomfort that muscle cramps bring. Chronic inflammation can damage muscle tissue in older adults, increasing the likelihood of soreness and cramping. Nuts and seeds offer antioxidants and anti-inflammatory nutrients that help decrease muscle inflammation, combat oxidative stress, and promote quicker recovery, ultimately supporting muscle health and reducing cramps. Those experiencing ongoing muscle pain or arthritis might benefit from incorporating walnuts, flax seeds, and almonds into their diets, as these choices provide natural anti-inflammatory effects. Though all nuts and seeds deliver essential nutrients, certain types stand out for muscle support thanks to high levels of magnesium, potassium, and protein. Top choices for cramp prevention include pumpkin seeds, the richest in magnesium; almonds, offering both magnesium and potassium; pistachios, among the best for potassium; cashews, packed with magnesium and beneficial fats supporting circulation; walnuts, which contain omega-3s to counteract muscle inflammation. A varied intake of these foods lets older adults draw on a range of muscle-friendly nutrients. As for quantity, nuts and seeds are packed with calories, so moderation matters. A daily serving of about 1 ounce or 2 tablespoons of seeds is a good target. Adding flax, chia, or pumpkin seeds to meals delivers extra benefits and variety. By managing portions and incorporating different types, seniors can support muscle function and keep leg cramps at bay. Here's a slightly paraphrased version of your text for daily intake. Aim for a small handful of nuts, around 1 ounce, which is roughly 20 almonds, or about 2 tablespoons of seeds. To boost your meals, try sprinkling flax, chia, or pumpkin seeds over your dishes. In terms of timing, there are a few ideal moments to eat nuts and seeds for optimal muscle health during meals, before going to sleep, and after workouts. Consuming nuts in moderation helps seniors avoid cramps while following a well-balanced diet. Nuts and seeds are beneficial, but come with a few caveats. Calorie density: eating too many can cause weight gain, so mind your portions. Salted or processed nuts' high salt content can lead to dehydration and potentially more cramps. Nut allergies: if you're allergic, try other sources of magnesium and potassium. Digestion: high fiber in nuts and seeds might cause gas or bloating for those with sensitive stomachs. To get the most out of nuts for muscle health without negative effects, opt for raw or dry roasted, unsalted varieties and avoid overindulging. For seniors wanting a simple way to cut down on muscle cramps, including a handful of nuts or a spoonful of seeds with meals each day can be an easy and tasty solution. If you enjoyed this video, consider liking and leaving a comment with your questions, feedback, or topics you'd like us to explore next. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you're always up to date with our latest health advice. Stay well.